I think leaders have to demonstrate sometimes resilience and patience, that even those who end up calling you names will get ashamed because they get called out. Now, can anybody today say Kalonzo Musyoka is indecisive? Of course, they now know who I am. The real Kalonzo Musyoka has come out.
Panic has gripped State House. For months, William Ruto believed that he had outsmarted everyone. He thought that Rigathi Gachagua would be his biggest challenger, someone he could dismiss as tribal politician with no national appeal.
Tukiwaambia huyu mtu ni mkabila, huyu mtu sio kiongozi, huyu mtu akuimbikiwa bure, na nataka analyze pole pole statement zake ni sawa ukabila tupu.
But then something happened, something that State House had never seen coming. Rigathi Gachagua and Kalonzo Musyoka, two men who were supposed to be in opposite corners, started working together. And with that, Kenya's political ground shifted. Because if Gachagua is going to give Kalonzo the mountain, the so-called 7 million votes, then Ruto is finished. This isn't a rumor, it's already playing out. Ruto has been calling, sending emissaries, trying to buy Kalonzo off. Even Rigathi Gachagua himself confirmed it. Kalonzo confirmed it too.
Yeah, that's why this administration is fixated with the dream that Kalonzo Musyoka will join Kenya Kwanza. The bloggers are on full scale mandate to make it happen. But I tell them, please stop wasting your time.
And that tells you something. For the first time since 2022, William Ruto is genuinely scared. So who is Kalonzo Musyoka? Why now? And could he really become Kenya's 6th president? This is the rise, fall, and comeback of a man many called coward, but who today may hold Kenya's future in his hands. Kalonzo Musyoka's story starts in the dusty plains of Kitui, a villager boy who walked miles barefoot. He rose through the ranks with education and determination. A lawyer by training, Kalonzo entered parliament in 1985 as one of the youngest MPs at his time. He quickly became known as a sharp debater, calm but persuasive. Daniel Arap Moi noticed him, and soon Kalonzo was holding powerful cabinet positions, education, foreign affairs, and even heading peace talks in Sudan and Somalia. He wasn't loud like other politicians. He wasn't flamboyant. He was the negotiator, the peacemaker, the man you called when tempers were high and talks were breaking down. By mid-90s, Kalonzo was a national figure, and when the fight for multi-party democracy reached its peak, he was right in the middle. He broke away from Moi, stood with the opposition, and by 2002, he was part of the Rainbow Alliance that swept Kibaki into power. It was Raila Odinga's famous words, Kibaki Tosha, that sealed that deal. And Kalonzo, though young, was part of the winning coalition. Kenya had changed forever. But politics is cruel. In 2007, Kalonzo ran for president under ODM Kenya.
Wale wengine ambao tulikuwa pamoja kwa chungwa, kwa sababu ya kuogopa Kalonzo anaweza kuangusha, walihama wakaenda kwa kitu kingine hajulikani.
He didn't win, but what shocked many is what happened next. Amid post-election chaos, Kalonzo accepted Kibaki's offer to become vice president. To his critics, he was a betrayer, a man who chose personal survival over principle. That one decision gave him a nickname that would haunt him for years: the fence-sitter, the opportunist, the watermelon.
I once said, "Church, speak your mind," and they gave me a title of a watermelon. They thought at night I was saying no, and during the day I was saying yes. They don't know me.
And the humiliation did not stop there. Twice, in 2013 and in 2017, Kalonzo stood as Raila Odinga's running mate. Twice, they lost. He gave Raila Odinga his loyalty. He gave him his party, his network, his community. But in 2022, when Kalonzo expected the loyalty to be repaid, Raila Odinga shocked him. Instead of supporting him for presidency as earlier agreed,
the understanding was clear between me and Raila Odinga that whether we won or lost in 2017, Raila Odinga was going to support my candidature in 2022.
Raila betrayed him completely and picked Martha Karua as the running mate.
The Honorable Martha Wangari Karua.
Kalonzo was humiliated. He was out, came back, and then walked out again. For many Kenyans, it was over. Kalonzo was finished, a political relic.
Brother, mbegu yake ilipatiwa na emergency Governor Lenga.
For a whole 13 years, he has been in the wilderness, never in government, always waiting, always mocked. But history has a funny way of turning. In 2025, Kalonzo is back in the headlines, and this time it's different because unlike before, he isn't standing alone. He has allies, strong ones. At the top of that list is Gachagua, the man who once stood as William Ruto's deputy, but now is his fiercest critic. And Gachagua is clear, if the mountain must back someone in 2027, it will not be Ruto, it will be Kalonzo.
Kalonzo agikaji kuidia. Ati digimu supporter. Ni akuigata Ruto ri. Na rehe utongoria mwega wa gitio ri. Na arore nyumba eno itu wega na ndagatugaruke ri. Nitire na thina angejiguithia.
Imagine that 7 million Kikuyu votes delivered to a Kamba candidate, something that has never happened before. Suddenly, Kalonzo isn't just sitting on the fence anymore. He is the bridge builder. He is the consensus candidate.
Wazee wataketi chini. They say we have two options. Go Rwanda way, destroy the nation Rwanda way, or let's agree.
Moses Kuria once said that 2027 will be another 2002, a year where Kenyans would unite behind one man to end a regime.
And let me shock you. There's not going to be an election in 2027 for presidential.
Say that again.
Yes, there's not going to be a contest.
In 2002, it was Kibaki. In 2027, all signs point to Kalonzo. Because just like Kibaki, he is clean. In all his decades in politics, no one corruption scandal has ever touched him. Not one. That makes him stand out in a country drowning in corruption. He is experienced, seasoned, tested, maybe not the loudest, but steady, reliable, presidential. And that's why State House is panicking. Ruto has built his career on chaos, on outsmarting opponents, on divide and rule. But how do you fight a man who has no scandals, who threatens no one, who carries himself with humility, and who has suddenly become the unifying factor in Kenya's fractured opposition? You simply can't. The harder Ruto tries to buy him off, the stronger Kalonzo looks. Because every time Kalonzo says no to Ruto's offers, Kenyans see something that they've been craving for years. Integrity. If history is any guide, then Kenya is about to repeat 2002. Back then, the people were tired of Moi, tired of corruption, tired of broken promises. Kibaki wasn't the most charismatic man. He wasn't the loudest, but he was the safe pair of hands, the clean option. And when Raila said Kibaki tosha, the whole nation shifted overnight. This time, it may be Gachagua saying Kalonzo tosha, and when it does, nothing else will matter. They say nobody can stop an idea whose time has come. For years, Kalonzo Musyoka has been waiting, patiently, quietly. Some said he was weak, some said he was finished. But today, the same patience that cost him everything may finally reward him with the highest office in the land. Kalonzo Musyoka, the boy from Tsekuru, the peacemaker, the survivor, the comeback kid. Could he be Kenya's 6th president?
But you as a person, are you going for the presidency or not?
Of course I am. Yeah. By the way, in my view, it is now or never. It's as simple as that. If I don't go for it now, I'll never go for it. But if I go for it now, and my colleagues give me the flagship, believe you me, I will not disappoint. Because we know this country, we know the game.
For the first time in 13 years, the answer is not just maybe. The answer is yes. His time has come. This is not just about Kalonzo. It's about Kenya, about whether we are ready to put aside pride, tribalism, and ego, and choose consensus. In 2002, we did it. In 2027, we may do it again.
Let me ask you, 2002, 2002, was there an election?
There was.
So it's a rubber stamp. Kibaki had been pre-agreed.
And if that happens, history will remember one man, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Subscribe.